Thank you so much for staying with Mirror Now, and let's begin with the top story of the day. As COVID cases continue to surge across the country, several states are imposing stricter curbs to control the surge. While some states shut down schools, Delhi and Karnataka have imposed a weekend curfew.
Maharashtra continues to record the highest number of COVID cases in the country, and Mumbai is the worst affected city as it logged more than 10,000 cases for the first time since last April. At Mumbai International Airport, all international passengers have to now undergo RT-PCR tests.
Now, amid the rising COVID cases in the state, the Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope said that the central government has suggested to impose a lockdown if the COVID positivity rate in the state is high. Tope further said that they have requested the central government to set up a common set of scientific guidelines across the country in order to implement restrictions and lockdown.
Remember, Mumbai reported over 10,000 cases in the last 24 hours, its highest daily case load since April last year. Maharashtra reported 18,466 new cases and 20 deaths.
पॉझिटिव्हिटी रेट जास्त असेल तर लावायला हरकत नाही, पण मी म्हटलं एकंदरच रेस्ट्रिक्शन्स म्हणजे निर्बंध आणि लॉकडाऊन याची स्पष्ट परिभाषा देशभरामध्ये एक काहीतरी सायंटिफिक पद्धतीने असायला हवी. ती पण केंद्राने आम्हाला लवकर कळवावी. तर त्यांनी ते पण मान्य केलं की 2 दिवसात त्याही बाबतीतले आम्ही खुलासा करतो.
My colleague Sandeep Singh now joins me live on the broadcast. Sandeep, very good morning. Over 18,000 cases reported from Maharashtra and Mumbai alone. Now, what are these fresh set of curbs that we are looking at that will be put in place in the city?
See, as of now, the BMC has imposed, if 10 people in a society get positive, the building will be sealed. In fact, the passengers that are traveling from, abroad will be tested for RT-PCR. So definitely these kind of curbs are already there. Apart from that, the state of Maharashtra has reported more than 18,000 cases, and Mumbai reported 10,000 cases, more than 10,000 cases. So in this regard, the BMC mayor made a statement yesterday in which he said that in case the COVID cases crosses 20,000 in the city of Mumbai, then there will be a chance of lockdown in state of Mumbai. Whereas the state health minister Rajesh Tope, speaking to media, said that they are in a discussion with the central government in regards of lockdown. They had a few talks with the central government, and the central government has suggested them a lockdown, but they are taking a few more suggestions from central government and are waiting for the response from the central government. Once there is a clarity from the government of India, then they will think about imposing lockdown in the state of Maharashtra. So definitely the cases in the city and the state are increasing rapidly, and now the state government and the local bodies are worried about the increasing case and are also thinking of lockdown in state.
Right. Also, Sandeep, while we are seeing record surge in the state of Maharashtra and specifically in Mumbai, we are also seeing a gradual increase in number of hospitalizations taking place in the city, and that is a matter of concern.
See, indeed, it will be a matter of concern because Mumbai and the state of Maharashtra had a large number of fatality in second wave when COVID was on peak. So definitely after the rise of as the experts say that this is the start of a third wave. So the hospitalization and the bed occupancy has started again. People are ultimately comparatively less symptomatic than the second wave, but yes, there are bed occupancy increase and hospitalization has increased, but yes, it is kind of less than the second wave that we saw.
Right, Sandeep, thank you so much for giving us all those details. And from Mumbai, let's now shift focus to New Delhi as COVID positivity rate inches closer to 10% in the national capital. The Delhi government has now ordered all private hospitals and nursing homes with 50 beds or more to reserve at least 40% of their total bed capacity for COVID-19 patients.
This comes as Delhi reported over 5,000 daily cases as compared to nearly 4,000 cases a day prior. DDMA has also stepped up measures and imposed a weekend curfew in the city.
आज डीडीएमए की मीटिंग थी और डीडीएमए की मीटिंग में कुछ फैसले किए गए हैं। उसमें से एक प्रमुख था कि भाई दिल्ली सरकार के जितने भी ऑफिसेज हैं सिर्फ असेंशियल ऑफिसेज खुलेंगे, बाकी वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर दिया गया है। प्राइवेट ऑफिसेज में 50% अटेंडेंस के साथ काम होगा। मेट्रो और डीटीसी के अंदर सिटिंग विद कोविड प्रोटोकॉल के साथ अलाउड होगी, जिसमें कि मास्क लगाना कंपलसरी होगा और वीकेंड कर्फ्यू लगाया जाएगा। सिर्फ पॉजिटिविटी पे नहीं जाइएगा, हॉस्पिटल बेड ऑक्यूपेंसी, कितने लोग सीरियस हो रहे हैं, कितने अस्पताल जा रहे हैं, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। हमारे नेक्स्ट लेवल पे ये था कि कम से कम 500 बेड 7 दिन तक, 500 बेड तो अभी भी नहीं पहुंचे, तो 500 बेड की ऑक्यूपेंसी 7 दिन तक लगातार रहने पे नेक्स्ट लेवल था। देखिएगा, बिल्कुल क्लियर कट कह रहे हैं कि दिल्ली में कोई लॉकडाउन नहीं लगाया जा रहा फॉर द टाइम बेइंग।
My colleague Alok Singh joins me live on the broadcast. Alok, very good morning. Now, yesterday we had that mega exclusive on Mirror Now where Dr. N.K. Arora specifically mentioned that the beds that are in use in New Delhi especially is of a very minuscule percentage. Now, this measure by the Delhi government is a precautionary measure, or are we seeing more and more admissions in the hospital?
Well, we cannot say right now what kind of admission process will take place in the coming days, because as we see in the past that it is unpredictable, because we saw in the past that initially there was a very less number of occupancy of the bed, and but suddenly it got up, it stood up, and this time we cannot predict right now. But yes, definitely that is why Delhi government has decided to increase the number of beds, and they have asked the all private hospitals to reserve at least those private hospitals who are having 50 beds in the capacity. They have to reserve 40% of the beds for the COVID patient. Right now, in the national capital, around 21,000 beds are already reserved for the COVID patients. In fact, at many places, there are makeshift COVID bed facilities are also available. And out of those 21,000 beds, only 1,300 beds are now occupied. So it's a huge number of beds are still vacant, but definitely we all have to be very careful and alert as well. Thank you.
Right, Alok, thank you so much for getting us all those details from Delhi. In fact, after Delhi, Karnataka has also imposed a weekend curfew, and that is for 2 weeks. The state government brought in a new set of COVID curbs in view of the rising cases. The night curfew has also been extended in the state for another 2 weeks.
Now, all the schools and colleges in Bengaluru will remain closed except for classes 10th to 12th and the medical colleges. Pubs, restaurants, hotels and eating places will function at 50% of their seating capacity. These efforts come
online basis from 6th onwards, 6th of January for the 14 days, 2 weeks, except the 10th, 11th and 12th standard students for the next 2 weeks. That will begin on Friday 10 p.m. to the next Monday 5 a.m. So consecutive next 2 weeks we will have a weekend curfew along with the existing night curfew that is in place, which would have ended on the 7th, but that will also continue for the next 2 weeks.
Going across to our correspondent Neha Hibale, who is joining us live from the city of Bengaluru. So, Neha, good morning. At a time when there is a raging debate going on whether measures like night curfew and weekend curfew are the most effective strategy or not to curb the COVID surge that is being witnessed, Bengaluru becomes the second metro after Delhi to take a decision to impose weekend curfew.
Well, that's absolutely right. In fact, this question was also posed by the media yesterday to the minister about how effective a night curfew and weekend curfew really is. And, questions were raised about it. And despite that, they actually went on to say that this was done only in consultation with experts. And, of course, this, while this still remains a big question as to how effective night curfew and weekend curfew can be, even the state of Karnataka has decided to go ahead. We're going to be seeing weekend curfew coming into the state from, in fact, from immediate effect, almost actually from tomorrow. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be seeing weekend curfew, which essentially means that the next 2 weekends, from Friday 10 p.m. till Monday 5 a.m., people will be restricted to their homes. Only essential services like milk, the post offices, the fruits, the vegetables. In fact, only those would be available. And most importantly, also we're going to be seeing heavy deployment of police personnel across the city, keeping a thorough check on whether people are loitering around unnecessarily. But also that apart, we're actually seeing how, much like other states now, Karnataka also has followed suit, and we're seeing physical classes being suspended and being shifted to the online mode of classes. It's only for classes 10 to 12, in fact, only in Bengaluru city, that we're going to be seeing students actually physically having to attend classes. But these were the measures that were suggested by the Technical Advisory Committee to the state government, and they have, in fact, been implemented now.
Thank you so much, Neha, for bringing us up to speed with all those details. Meanwhile, we have